What is going on, YouTube? This is MindMatter827 here, and I'm coming with you with a vlog episode. So I have DN open up right next to me, right here on my computer, and I'm looking at my screen and everything. So I have DN right over here because I'm recording this off a webcam, since this seems like a logical thing. Anyway, I'm here to talk to you guys about the spellbooks. Everybody is worried about them because of Spellbook Judgment Day, which, if you don't know what this card does, you've probably been living under a rock, but I will tell you what this does. I'll read off the effect that's on the end, because this is the effect. During the end phase of the turn this card was activated, add spellbook spell cards from your deck to your hand, except Spellbook Judgment Day, up to the number of spell cards activated this turn. After this card's resolved, then you can special summon one spellcaster type monster from your deck whose level is equal to or less than the number of cards added to your hand by the effect. You can only activate one Spellbook Judgment Day per turn. That seems like a pretty basic, thing. It essentially allows them to go super plus. And this is for every spell card activated, even yours. So now I figured that I could go over some side deck choices. I'm going to go over the basic side deck choices that people are running. I only know 2 of, and then there's 3 that are in there. So the 2 of I know, Curse Seal the Forbidden Spell. This is a stop judgment, and any other spell that they activate. So if you don't know what this card does, that's just really sad. But essentially, it's a counter trap. You discard one spell card, negate the activation and the effect of the spell card, and destroy it. And then your opponent cannot activate the spell card with the name for the rest of the duel. So even if they manage to get judgment back, they still lose it, which is a really good effect. And yeah. So what's good? It essentially gets judgment out the rest of the game, and Master can't do anything because Spellbook of Master can only target normal spells, and Judgment is a quick play. Now going on, the other one that I know of, Curse of Darkness. This is a really good one, and it's essentially pretty cheap if you can find it right. I'm gonna look on TCG Player right now, because again I'm on DN. Let's see. How much can I pick one up for? So anywhere from like $1 plus the shipping with it to $7, really? Really? $7? Of course, then again, I am on TCG Player. But you can pick it up for about not too much. And it's a good card. As essentially, what this does, each time a spell card is activated, the controller of the spell takes 1,000 points of damage. So they can only essentially activate 7 spells the entire duel, which is really good, because then they're locked down, basically. Another one that I was skimming over, Tower of Babel. This is more of a... It's like not as good, but it still does what the job's for. Tower of Babel is a continuous trap card. Each time a spell card is activated, you place a spell counter on it. When a 4th spell counter is placed on the card, you destroy it and you inflict 3,000 damage to whoever activated the spell. So you can easily go 3 spells in, fuel Tower of Babel, and even if like in your turn, and then if they want to even try to MST or Heavy Swim it, they can't. Because they'll go MST, Tower of Babel with chain getting the counter. That's stupid shit on my computer if you heard that. Tower of Babel then gets the 4th spell counter, and then it destroys itself with its own effect, burning to 3,000 damage, and then the MST dies. Heavy would still get rid of your macro, but still. Another one that people are playing is Anti-Spell Fragrance. Both players have to set the spell cards before activating them and can't activate them until their next turn. So essentially you're sitting there, I just drew a spellbook secret. Alright, gotta set it and wait. Alright, tick tock, tick tock, tick tock. They want to get rid of it with like Heavy Storm MSA, they gotta set the MSA. And then they're just waiting. Tickety tock, tickety tock, tickety tock. If they set the heavy, they can go ahead and heavy in the main phase, but if I have that MST, I can set that before that. Then hopefully target the right one if it's there. But this is also a hurtful card to you. Same with Curse of Darkness, because that targets whoever uses the spell, so you better not be using spells. Who is it? Alright, I thought I heard someone. So sorry for the break there. So anyway, going back. Anti-Spell Fragrance, you gotta set the spells, which essentially slows down the speed, and then it essentially makes Judgment useless, unless they can go set Judgment for other spell cards. And then they go flip Judgment, flip blah 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 blah. And then they only get 4. Which is a big thing. And the last card, which I found is only good with the deck that you can run it in, Eradicator Epidemic Virus. Now, this card is actually really good if you can play it, so all you Dark World players, pick it up. I'm a Dark World player. If you're not running it, I don't know what you're doing, but you at least want to have one in your deck, at least one more, because this format has too many spells and traps. But essentially, you tribute a Dark Monster with 2,500 more attack, so it does work in other decks as well. So just remember that. And what happens is that you call spells or traps. If you're facing spellbooks, you're going to call spells. Then, here's the best part. You get to look at all the cards that they control, well, spells and trap cards they control, and their hand. And all the spell cards that you are destroyed. Each time they draw 3 turns in, you get to look. Which is a great card. Now I decided to place upon you guys my finding of a side deck card that I haven't seen. If you have seen it, then please tell me. I've talked to some of my friends, they haven't seen it, so would really like to get your thoughts on it. The one spell or trap card I've been thinking of, Spell Vanishing. It's a very unpopular card, so maybe people don't know what it is. But essentially, I'm going to go over it. It's a counter trap. And what it does, I'll read the effect. You discard 2 cards from your hand to negate the activation of a spell card and destroy it. Then you get to check your opponent's hand and deck. And if you find any spell card with the same name as the destroyed spell card, send all of them to the graveyard. Great, right? Am I crazy for thinking not? You essentially, like, they want to go Judgment. You go, okay, flip Spell Vanishing. Effect? Alright, so I get to negate that by discarding these 2. You know, I'm going to just drop these and another Vanguard. That's what I'm holding. So I'm going to discard these 2. Alright, now I get to look into your deck. Like, just pretending like this is a deck. Alright, so here's, I dropped one. My bad. 1. Here's 1. Alright, looking. Here's another. And then that third one they activate it, graved. And yes, they can get around this, but like they're not going to be able to get around the counter trap aspect. what they have to get back is Grand Spellbook Tower, which places it at the bottom of the deck. So it ain't going back to the hand, it ain't going to the top of the deck, it ain't getting shuffled into the deck, it's going to the bottom. Then you have Strength of Prophecy, which you shuffle it, but it ain't going to be at the top, it ain't going to be in the hand. It might be within, well, it might be in the top if they're lucky, but that's one card as well. And it's Strength of Prophecy is weak, so you can easily just go and hack over it. So, yeah. Now, the flaw with this, first off, you're discarding 2 cards, but I feel like looking at your opponent's hand, and you get to see your opponent's deck, because you get to see like what they're running, what they're not running, is alone amazing. So like I'm looking at my opponent's spellbook deck, I see like, he was running. He is gonna have to keep these in mind. Stupid ass sounds on my computer. So it's like, alright, so he's running only 1 MST? Alright, well, and you get to see his hand, verify that he doesn't even have anything in his hand. It's like he has that 1 Spellbook Judgment in his hand after he activated 1, and then he has a 1 in the deck. All 3 of them are going to the grave. They're going to max out on 3. Not to mention, you can activate Spell Vanishing on Masters. Be like, alright, I don't like this Masters, let me send it. Or a Secret. It's like, Secret's a good card, too good, let me activate it and send it. And another flaw with this is you are Fuel and Priestess property. Your Fuel and Priestess of Prophecy. But it's a once per turn effect, and I'm pretty sure they're going to get it off either way. Because if they're activated in the spellbook, it's going to go to the grave, essentially, unless it's Star Hall. And then, I believe, Hierophant? Yeah, you fuel him, but I don't think many spellbook decks are running him. Which I don't know why, because he's really good. You get out the Fuel Priestess. Yeah, I mean, Big Eye is grateful. But I'm pretty sure he's a 2800 beater. Right there is amazing. They can run Deck Devi in their deck, but they choose to run all spells. Which is why Mind Crush and all that is really good in their deck. And then, also not to mention, you're destroying spell and trap cards your opponent controls. Back row for pushing, because they rely on pushing a lot. So, yeah. Spell Vanishing, pick it up. I picked up 26 of them. Not a lot. But I picked them up for $9 for 26 of them. Super rares, and I believe like a few of them are rare, like 6 first ed. So, they're really cheap. Get them fast, people. Because it is a good side deck, and yeah, all of them are generally cheap. Against it, maybe like this Eradicator is slightly, but you know, he's nothing still. Like, you could easily buy the structure deck, and it comes with 1 Eradicator, so yeah. Anyway, YouTube, this has been my Meta827 here. I've been giving you guys here some side deck choices against Prophecies, and I am signing out.